It's Effie from the internet, from wrestling, and you are watching Cole TV.
And now, Cole TV presents the third non-annual Smitty Memorial Tournament Preview Show.
Greetings and salutations, everybody, and welcome to our very special, the third non-annual Smitty Preview Show. I'm Xlj the Og, joined by my partner in crime, my brother from another mother, Mr. B-Roll.
Howdy out there, world, and I promise you I do not live in a pineapple under the sea, but
in a perfect world, no.
In a perfect world, maybe, but maybe some may say I do live under a rock like Patrick does sometimes.
Oh, okay. Well, we are so excited to bring to you the third non-annual Smitty is coming up this Saturday. And we're going to take a special look at the matches. We're going to run it down, and we're going to talk all about it. But to kind of give you an idea of what to expect, of course, what it's all about, it's the Smitty. Everybody wants to be number one. So that being said, let's take a look at the 16 participants in the third non-annual Smitty.
Introducing the participants in the third non-annual Smitty Memorial Tournament. Bobby Flacco, Lord Crew, Jackie Bad, Adam Priest, Dalton Davis, John Murray, Azrael Rowe, Cavron Canyon, Jeremy Hadley, Calvin Tankman, Dylan Derringer, Apollo Star, Daniel Starling, Noah Fair, Bradley Prescott IV, and Jake Bravado. Only one can be number one. It's the third non-annual Smitty Memorial Tournament, live Saturday, August the 23rd, from the Owen Valley Sports Complex in Spencer, Indiana.
The Smitty is coming Saturday, August 23rd, from the Owen Valley Sports Complex in Spencer, Indiana. And now it's time to introduce you to one of the matchups you'll see on this amazing card. It's going to be Cavron Canyon versus Jake Bravado versus Azrael Rowe versus Noah Fair. All four of these competitors are hungry and are ready to stake their claim at being number one. But remember, there can only be one number one. And on Saturday, August 23rd, we'll see who will advance to the next round. See this matchup and so much more at the third non-annual Smitty Memorial Tournament, Saturday, August 23rd, from the Owen Valley Sports Complex in Spencer, Indiana. The Smitty is coming, and now let's take a look at one of its competitors. Cavron Canyon. Rugged, unorthodox, and violent. That's what best describes Cavron Canyon. And he is looking to stake his claim at being number one at the Smitty. Azrael Rowe. At 4'11" and 125 pounds, Azrael Rowe may seem like the smallest competitor in the Smitty. However, he's got the biggest heart. And he's ready to show you that he's number one. Jake Bravado. The essence of excellence, Jake Bravado, is pound for pound one of the best professional wrestlers going today. And he's ready to show you why he's number one. Noah Fair. The pansexual pain dealer Noah Fair is one of the most successful wrestlers in the sport today. Holding multiple titles throughout the U.S., the Madame of the Forgotten Stakes looks to show everyone that they truly are number one.
The fact that Indiana has a 28% illiteracy rate. And you know what's even worse is the fact that I'm a part of the non-annual Smitty Wergman Jensen Invitational Tournament taking place in Owen Valley Sports Complex. A sports complex, not a library. A professional wrestling tournament that is based off of a stupid children's cartoon that isn't going to be bettering any of these young kids' lives. I bet none of you even know what I'm holding in my hands right now. This is called a book. This is what we had before your Tickety Talks and your Instagram Reels or whatever stupid skibbity toilet memes that you have on the internet. This is what people like me who are learned and smart look at when they want to improve their lives. So, here's what's going to happen. When I win the non-annual Smitty Wergman Jensen Invitational Tournament and I get to the finals, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up, I'm going to read a passage from this book, and I'm going to invest a little bit of illiteracy in you people's lives because, well, I'm sure that 28% illiteracy rate in Indiana is concentrated in Spencer. And after I'm done, all of you are going to do one thing alone, and that's thank God for me. Bye.
Well, there you see some of the amazing first round action, like we talked about. We're so pumped for this tournament, and there's so many great first round matches. Matter of fact, let's take a closer look at the next first round matchup we're going to talk about here on this Smitty, the non-annual Smitty preview show.
The Smitty is coming Saturday, August 23rd from the Owen Valley Sports Complex in Spencer, Indiana. And now it's time to introduce you to one of the matchups you'll see on this amazing card. In first round action, it's Adam Priest versus Apollo Star versus Daniel Starley versus Lord Crew. This matchup features 4 of the best wrestlers going today and could very well steal the show. But remember, there can be only one number one. And all 4 competitors think they're number one. Find out who will prevail on Saturday, August 23rd. See this matchup and so much more at the 3rd non-annual Smitty Memorial Tournament, Saturday, August 23rd from the Owen Valley Sports Complex in Spencer, Indiana. The Smitty is coming, and now let's take a look at one of its competitors, Adam Priest. With the ferocity of a pit bull, Adam Priest is not afraid to mix it up with anybody in the sport of wrestling. A journeyman in the world of pro wrestling, he's ready to show why he is number one. Apollo Star. Maybe one of the best kept secrets in the world of pro wrestling, Apollo Star is one of the greats in the sport today. And at the Smitty, Uncle Q is ready to show why he is number one. Daniel Starling. The self-professed king, Daniel Starling, is ready to show his fellow Smitty competitors why he is the purest pro wrestler going today. Lord Crew. Merciless and maniacal, Lord Crew is set to wreak havoc on this year's Smitty. This unhinged powerhouse will do just about anything to lay claim to being number one.
So I'm talking to my daughter. My baby girl has gone away to school, and we keep in touch. And she gave me a call. She said, "Daddy, what you doing this weekend?" And I told her, "Remember SpongeBob? We used to watch that cartoon SpongeBob. Well, there's a tournament, and it's based on SpongeBob. It's the Smitty." And she recognized the term, and she was like, "Oh, the one, I get it. It's the Smitty." And I'm like, "Yeah, man, it's a tournament. It's 15 wrestlers from all over the country who wrestle all over the world, and they average about half my age. And I think I got it under control, baby." And she kind of chuckled, and you know what I mean? She laughed, and she said, "Daddy, what are you trying to prove? What do you have to prove?" It shook me up a little bit, but it kind of made me wonder, like, what do I have to prove? But then I figured it out. What I have to prove is that my Mid-Atlantic Muay Thai, hard-body Martin Luther King's Road karate style is intergenerational and flowing like water. So intergenerational that it will allow me to come into a tournament full of 15 wrestlers who average half my age and emerge as the one. I'm here to prove that I'm nice with mine. I'm like fine wine and I'm better than I was when you saw me last time in Spencer, Indiana. I haven't been there in like 10 years, so it's gonna be lit. I'm here to prove that no matter how good these 15 wrestlers are, even in 2025, baby, your wrestling is not more better than the timeless technician, a.k.a. Uncle Q, Mr. Mo Better Wrestling, Poison, Apollo, Star.
Well, I got goosebumps, buddy. Right there is why I'm predicting Apollo Star is going to be number one at the Smitty. But man, oh man, that four-way matchup right there, that could easily steal the show. Like, I am so hyped for that matchup. But there's so many other incredible first-round matches at the Smitty. Speaking of which, let's take another closer look at one of those matchups.
The Smitty is coming Saturday, August 23rd from the Owen Valley Sports Complex in Spencer, Indiana. And now it's time to introduce you to one of the matchups you'll see on this amazing card. In first round action, you will see Dalton Davis take on Bradley Prescott IV, John Murray, and Jeremy Hadley. A clash of styles will take place in this matchup, which is sure to have plenty of combustible elements to it. And remember, only one individual will advance to the semifinals. See this matchup and so much more at the third non-annual Smitty Memorial Tournament, Saturday, August 23rd, from the Owen Valley Sports Complex in Spencer, Indiana. The Smitty is coming, and now let's take a look at one of its competitors. Bradley Prescott IV. The Natty Daddy Bradley Prescott IV is ready to stake his claim as number one. Dalton Davis. The Bud Light Brawler Dalton Davis is ready to wreak havoc on his fellow Schmitty competitors. A proud Hoosier, hospitality he won't be showing on August 23rd. John Murray. Pound for pound, John Murray is a force to be reckoned with in the Schmitty. And if you don't watch out, the Big Hurt could be showing you a little thumb in the butt. Jeremy Hadley. Never at a loss for words, Jeremy Hadley is a cunning and seasoned veteran in the world of professional wrestling. Using his technical prowess and his mind for the mat, Jeremy Hadley is sure to be one of the favorites to win the
Well, there you go. That is going to be another explosive first-round matchup. Like I say, I got a feeling about Big John, man. Nobody's wanting that thumb in the bum. So, but I think it's going to happen. It's inevitable for somebody. And I know you, as you said earlier, you got a feeling the president's going to walk away with this one. Well, it just so happens to be, we got some choice words from your buddy, Jeremy Hadley.
For those of you in Spencer, Indiana that don't know, you should know. I am the President of the United States of Jeremy Hadley. I am Taylor's version of pro wrestling. I'm Jeremy Hadley. And on August 23rd, I'm coming to your podunk town because I'm going to win the Smitty. Now see, as your President of the United States of Jeremy Hadley, I make all the laws and rules. And last year on my 21st birthday, that's right, don't listen to everybody out there, I'm only 22. Last year on my 21st birthday, I celebrated the way everyone should. I brought back Prohibition, which brings me to the opening round of the Smitty. Because let's look at my opponents. Bradley Prescott IV, a fourth generation drunk, Prohibition, jail. Dalton Davis, yeah. He looks like a dock worker who would live in a double wide if he didn't spend all his money on alcohol, so he's stuck in a single wide. Oh, drinks alcohol, Prohibition, jail. Then there's John Murray. He's a broke man's Van Wilder. What is this, like his 37th year as a freshman in college? Spends all his time partying? Oh, partying, alcohol, Prohibition, jail. So August 23rd, Spencer, Indiana, I want you to come to the Smitty. Watch me get my hand raised when I win by forfeit in the opening round. And then I'm going to go on and I'm going to win the tournament and I'm going to rename it the Squidward because everyone knows he's the only one that ever mattered in SpongeBob. Because you see, I'm the President of the United States of Jeremy Hadley. I'm Taylor's version of pro wrestling. And no one's gonna stop me.
I didn't have cable growing up. I grew up on a farm in a small town. So, like, what is a Smitty Werben Jensen?
Oh, I got all the info that you need on him right here.
Okay. Why do you have this in your pocket? That's
Everything you need to know about him, right there.
okay. So eggs, milk, sausage, bread. This is just your grocery list.
Oh, yeah, no, we don't need that.
Okay.
No. So, Schmitty, he was number one.
Oh, okay.
And there may have been a couple number ones after him, because this is the third semi-occurring annually at some points in not a correct timeline.
I don't think we can talk about the first one.
Or the second, because all that matters is I will be the third, even though I'm the fourth.
Yeah.
It's little cattywampus with that, but like the people I'm facing in the first round, I have a pretty strong chance. Like you have
Break it down for me, yeah.
Dalton Davis.
Yeah.
He has paper skin and glass bones.
Bummer, dude. That's the worst.
John Murray, if he makes it to the venue, like, you know, it'll be tough, but like, what if he goes east when he thought we meant west?
Oh, yeah, he has a bad compass. What kind of compass did you read in there?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then Jeremy Hadley, he hangs out with the Flying Dutchman. So, like, they're just sitting there driving their boat. They think they're good. They're good. They're good. But one thing he won't be able to buff out is those scratches I'm going to give him in this match. And then second round, third round, boom, I got it.
Yeah,
Easy.
Easy. And I'll have your back. So,
See,
you know.
Slade's got my back. So we got this. The power of friendship.
Oh, yeah. F is for friends who do stuff together.
You is for these three words.
Neumann. I am very excited about that first round matchup, but we've got one more first round matchup to talk about here at the Smitty, so take a close look at this.
The Smitty is coming Saturday, August 23rd from the Owen Valley Sports Complex in Spencer, Indiana. And now it's time to introduce you to one of the matchups you'll see on this amazing card. In first round action, you will see Dylan Derringer take on Bobby Flacco, Jackie Thad, and Calvin Takeman. This matchup has it all. Everything from power wrestling to high fly wrestling, technical, and so much more. And remember, only one can be number one. See this matchup and so much more at the third non-annual Smitty Memorial Tournament, Saturday, August 23rd from the Owen Valley Sports Complex in Spencer, Indiana. The Smitty is coming, and now let's take a look at one of its competitors, Bobby Flacco. Bobby Flacco is one of the preeminent high flyers in professional wrestling today. His unique and innovative offense make him one of the top contenders in this year's Smitty. He very well could be number one. Dylan Derringer. There's a reason they call Dylan Derringer hard to kill. No matter what you throw at him, he's gonna show you why he's number one. Jackie Thad. The Jackal of the Bluegrass, Plaid Jackie Thad, has already proclaimed that he's going to take the biggest tournament of the summer. And he will be number one. Just trust him. Heavyweight hustle, Calvin Takeman. At 6'2" and over 300 pounds, Calvin Takeman is a force to be reckoned with. Using his combination of power, speed, and striking capabilities, he is sure to be an odds-on favorite to win the Schmidt.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, alright? Just get in a little closer so I can talk to you. All of your favorite industries and all of your favorite people in them, they set goals for themselves, which is how they got to their success, right? I set a goal for myself. I wanted to become an independent wrestler. I did it. I wanted to wrestle my idols and gain their respect, and I did it. So when I'm scrolling through my phone and I'm looking at all the names being announced for the Smitty last year, and I lean over to my girlfriend and I say, you know, I think I might want to be in that. And tragedy strikes. And the Jackal of the Bluegrass, Jackie Thad, gets a call and turns that into opportunity. So on August the 23rd at the Owen Valley Sports Complex this Saturday in Spencer, Indiana, I got 3 goals with a one-track mind. Goal number 1, Dylan Daringer. I will prove to you and everyone else in that building that that was a fluke. You had your 1 in 100 days, and you know in your heart of hearts, 99 of the other ones, you could not spit shine my kick pads. Goal number 2, prove to the rest of that tournament in the wider independent wrestling world what everybody here already knows. I will shock the independent wrestling world. When if you knew, you would not be surprised one bit. When I take home something that I need, my first tournament win in independent professional wrestling. And goal number 3, when it's all said and done, I will be number 1. Trust me.
Well, there you have it. That matchup right there is gonna be so amazing. Just the different contrast to styles. I'm ready to see Calvin Tankman just go banana in that one, and just you get a pounce and you get a pounce and you get a pounce.
Like I think we're gonna have to maybe have like an allegiance be formed by the 3 other competitors
to take out the Tankman.
To get Tankman like out of the match. Like,
I mean, he lives up to the name Tankman and then some, but all 4 of those matchups are going to be incredible as part of the Smitty tournament, but also there's some incredible non-tournament matchups. So let's take a closer look at those non-tournament matchups.
The Smitty is coming Saturday, August 23rd from the Owen Valley Sports Complex in Spencer, Indiana. And now it's time to introduce you to one of the matchups you'll see on this amazing card. On the Flying Dutchman's Evil pre-show, you will see Hillbilly Jed take on Dylan Cole in one-on-one action. This will be a tremendous matchup, as these two do have a storied past, and it will all come to head at the Smitty. Batten down the hatches as chaos is sure to ensue in this one. It's a bikini bottom street fight, as Original Sins will take on War Pigs. This matchup is bound to spill out of the ring and rock the entire Owen Valley Sports Complex. And remember, if the action comes your way, grab your belongings and get out of the way, because who knows what these teams will do to each other. The MWT Championship is on the line as Ron Bass Jr. takes on Ace Perry. In a matchup of 2 of the best wrestlers going today in the Midwest, it's all gonna be on the line for the prestigious MWT title. Will the ruggedness and brutality of Ron Bass Jr. prevail? Or will Ace Perry's technical prowess provide him with the victory? Find out Saturday, August 23rd.
Well, there you go. All those matchups are going to be incredible. This whole card is incredible. We've been talking about it, but this card would not be possible with not a mastermind behind it, and we're so fortunate and lucky enough to have one of the masterminds behind the 3rd non-annual Smitty. Let's bring him on in. He's our good buddy, the Raddy Daddy himself, Cole Radrick. How you doing, buddy?
What's up, man? How are you?
Oh, we're excited. We are pumped for the 3rd non-annual Smitty, and I got to tell you, my friend, you've done an amazing job with this incredible card you've assembled for this year.
Well, luckily it's not just me. Luckily, we got a full team over at MWT that put this together. Luckily, I have Cam and Chad that we all worked on making this happen, and yeah, man. Honestly, we're less than a week away. That's crazy to say, especially with how life has been. And honestly, man, I'm looking forward to it. It's the one thing I've been able to look forward to. Kind of keep my eyes set on outside of just rehabbing and training to get better. And I'm excited for it to go down August 23rd.
Hell yeah, man. And you've had your hands full and then some, my friend, but you've assembled quite the card here. But I gotta ask, I gotta go back here. Like, what are the origins of the Smitty? Like, how did you come up with this? How did you come up with this concept?
So the original Smitty, I believe, was in 2018. or 2019, 2018 or 2019. And honestly, like I had just started running my own shows in Spencer under the New Wave Pro banner, and I just wanted to do something different and wanted to do something fun, and I kind of was just thinking about it. And honestly, I think I was just watching, not watching SpongeBob, but I passed, some place I was had SpongeBob on the TV, and an episode, the Smitty Werben Jagerman Jensen episode popped up, and I don't know, like maybe just probably like 2 or 3 months later, just popped up in my head, like what could you have a tournament to be? Like you would want to be number one. Okay, who was number one? Smitty Werben Jagerman Jensen was number one. Why would you want to be number one? Okay, well, there has to be a hierarchy. If he's no longer number one, who would be number one? And thus the Smitty was born. And from there, it went from, the thought back then for me was, how can you make this an original tournament or as unpredictable as possible? And, there's tournaments with 12 and there's tournaments with 8 and there's tournaments with 16, but most of the formats are, 2 versus 2, 2 versus 2. It's a 4-round system. And, a 4-round system, could work, but it's hard to do all in one night. And from there, it kind of just dwindled down to let's do 4 fatal 4-ways, 1 fall to a finish. And it kind of leaves it unpredictable and up in the air, and anybody at any given chance can win the match.
It's a great concept. It's funny too because you're reading my mind because that was literally going to be my next question was like how you come up with the idea of like the first round being 4 ways. But I mean, I think it's a brilliant concept. I mean, heck, you're even seeing that nowadays that's being done in some other promotions as well. So I love the concept, man, because it's like there's so much can happen like in a 4-way. Like, I mean, they're so unpredictable. You could have your favorite in the matchup, but then they don't even have to be involved in the decision, the final decision of the matchup.
And the unique part about it is, sorry, my camera will do that.
No, you're good, brother.
Especially only on StreamYard. I don't understand why. What's interesting about it is this year's the first time we've ever announced what the first round matches were going to be. The previous 2 years we've kept it mysterious. This year we thought maybe make it a little more intriguing, make it a little more appealing, and announce that hey, this is what you can expect, and all the matches are unique and different.
Yes,
I think that's what makes it more exciting to the viewer. Is I think each fatal 4-way match is going to be completely different. There's a lot of different people that bring a lot of different personalities to the table in these fatal 4-way matches, and I think any fan is going to find something that they're going to absolutely like.
Yeah, and speaking of which, I kind of like to break these down with you here on these some of these matchups here. Of course, I know you had a lot of work cut out for you in this one, unfortunately, with some of the replacements. But my gosh, you did a phenomenal job with who you got as a replacement with Jake Bravado and Azrael Rowe.
Absolutely, and things happen in wrestling, and the best thing you can do is just kind of lean with it, rock with it, and move on with it. And the idea behind it was, unfortunately, we did lose Billy Starks, and we lost Caitlin Marie as well as Diego Hill. And as unfortunate as that is, you have to fill those spots. And so our train of thought was, who are the people that to us who are presently available are the most hungriest and are the most willingest to go out there and have a killer showing, see if they could make a killer run to become number one, see how deep in this tournament they can go. And honestly, part of it was how different can we make it? Like you said in your preview show, Azrael Rowe is 4'11", 125 pounds. Jake Bravado and Cavern Canyon are plus 200-pound monsters. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Noah Vale, the pansexual superstar brother, they bring such a unique wrestling style to every match. It's somebody that has wrestled them in the Owen Valley Sports Complex in Spencer, Indiana.
Yeah, they
are a hard person to prepare for because they do so many different awkward little things that really just kind of set you off track. Cavern Canyon, unpredictable. Jake Bravado is freakishly strong that people will never give him credit for. And Azrael Rowe, honestly, is the true wild card for me for this tournament. I'm really, really excited to see what he has in store.
Yeah, I'm excited too because I got to be honest with you. And until you mentioned that he'd be competing, I was not even familiar with him and pulled him up and looked at some of his stuff. And like, I'm so pumped to see him in person. This is going to be a very interesting one, to say the least. Let me ask you this. I correct me if I'm wrong here on this, but I think Noah Vale out of all, I mean, I know Cavron's competed at the Owen Valley Sports Complex, but I think Noah may have the most experience or out of everybody in this matchup as far as like familiarity.
It would be, like long-term wrestling experience. I believe
is it
maybe. I think it might be Cav. I think it might be Cav. Cav moved up to Indiana from Atlanta though. But I think they were probably. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they're within a few months of each other either way.
Okay, but still though, do you think that's going to give them advantage over Bravada and Rowe in this one?
I think the more advantage would be the fact that they've been in more multi-competitor matches, so the ability to feel comfortable in that environment will help them. They won't get those pre-match jitters or into light jitters. They'll be all right. We got 3 other opponents. What can we do?
Okay. Well, speaking of other first round matchups, how about this one? Adam Priest against Apollo Star, Daniel Starr, and Lord Crew. Dude, this is an awesome one. I think this one could steal the first round, honestly, and could steal the show.
That's what I was about to say. I think it could steal the show. Adam Priest, a current Deadlock Pro world champion, a Poison Apollo Star, an Indiana wrestling legend, Daniel Starling, the king of Florida, honestly, one of my favorite fastest rising wrestlers going right now. Dude, he's coming back from an injury. He's hungry. He's ready to prove something. Lord Crew, somebody I've known for literally years. Horrible taste in football teams. But somebody I've known for absolute years. One of the hardest hitting dudes, one of the most unpredictable dudes, a guy that will literally pull stuff out of the bag that you didn't know that he had. Honestly, yeah, like you said, this match could go honestly any way. Like you would look at Adam Priest as being the Deadlock Pro world champion. That's a huge advantage. The experience to get to that point. Apollo Star being 20 plus years wrestling veteran, wrestled the who's came up and who's came down in the scene. You name it, he's wrestled them. He's probably even had a hand in developing them. Daniel Starling, like I could go on and on. You know what I mean? I think this match alone is worth the price of admission because who knows what they're going to do. And I think that's kind of like the best part.
Yeah, I'm not going to be shocked if the winner of the Smitty comes out of this matchup. Of course, B-roll picked Lord Crew, but I'm listening in my heart. I'm pulling for Apollo Star, man. Like I've been watching him for years as well, like you, and that dude is a hell of a performer.
Absolutely, and very underappreciated.
But hopefully he can get his shiny moment come this Saturday at the Smitty. Now, also in first round action, we got Dalton Davis, Bradley Prescott IV, John Murray, and Jeremy Hadley. Now, was this one just put together just to make Jeremy Hadley mad? I feel like.
I don't know. He is very upset by it. And listen, like as long as I've known Jeremy Hadley, there's always something that he has a problem with. Do I know why? I don't know. But Jeremy Hadley saying it's the Prohibition era, which is odd because Dalton Davis is the Bud Light Brawler, Bradley Prescott, the Natty Daddy. And if anybody knows John Murray Pro, the man loves a good beer. And if you don't know John Murray Pro before this show, you're going to absolutely know John Murray Pro by the end of the show. John Murray Pro might be the absolute sleeper pick for this tournament. Former Rockstar Pro world champion, a guy who has wrestled a lot of the who's who. He's appeared on Wrestling Revolver a lot. Honestly, this was one of the guys whenever it was determined that we could go on with the show and that it could happen. And that's a whole nother story for a different day. But whenever the show started to come together, John Murray Pro was one of the guys I absolutely wanted. He was a first round pick. And I think him on this stage, and him just being in a fun environment, I think it's just going to bring the best John Murray Pro out. Bradley Prescott the fourth is a guy that's been around for 8 or 9 years now. He's honestly probably one of the more underappreciated athletic wrestlers. He teams with Adam Slade as the Natter Day Saints, a tremendous tag team. Uh, Probably the forever NGW Tennessee Tag Team Champions. And if they're not, they are. I'll fix that for them. And then Dalton Davis, a guy that I've known personally since I started wrestling. He started out as a ref when I started wrestling. And to be able to see his growth, he is the current hybrid championship wrestling out of Terre Haute, Indiana, heavyweight champion, representing hybrid championship wrestling in this tournament. And he is also a sleeper pick. There's so many people in this tournament, which is kind of the best part about it. Is literally anybody could win it. And Dalton Davis, uh, just to see his growth and to see what he's able to do against guys that are honestly have a lot more wrestling experience than him is going to really pull the best out of him, and I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, this one is just this is going to be a fun one. That's the best way to put it. And I'm hoping that John Murray gives Jeremy Hadley a little thumb in the bum. I'm just saying. So
you know what they say. Everybody's got a plan until they get a thumb up their ass.
There you go. I got a feeling Jeremy Hadley's going to have some choice words for us this Saturday, my friend. But we'll see how that goes. And of course, rounding out the action, this one right here, dude. Holy moly! Dylan Derringer, Bobby Flacco, Jackie Thad, and Calvin Tankman. Dude,
this match might steal a show.
This is another one, yeah,
by itself. And you have, to me, so Dylan Derringer, like, he was a guy that I knew, but I really wasn't familiar with. And this is, to be quite open and frank, this was a Cam Adams pick, right? And this was a guy that Cam had started bringing around to MWT in November of last year. And the first time I met Dylan and just saw the type of person he was and the work ethic he brings, it's just he has an energy that you want around. You know what I mean? And so he started impressing and he started doing some great stuff with MWT. Him and Jackie Thad had a barn burner. And honestly, it became a no-brainer. So Hard to Kill Dylan Derringer was another first-round draft pick. AO, Bobby Flacco, one of my homies, one of the best wrestlers around on the indies in GCW, constantly traveling to South America to wrestle over the world, about to go do a tour in Mexico. I know he's looking to come into this tournament to prove a point. He could go all the way and win it. Plaid Jackie Thad, again, kind of the same situation. This is the nice part about it not being all me doing this. There are so many people that I've gotten to meet that I may or may not have been familiar with, and Plaid Jackie Thad is one of them. And just to see, again, the type of work ethic and the stuff that he brings to the table, to have him in this tournament is awesome. And he brings something completely different. He is the Jackal of the Bluegrass, so I'm sure he's going to be kind of an asshole.
Goes without saying.
Sure of it. But it's just another guy that brings something different to the table. I'm excited to see. And then come on. You got the big guy. Heavyweight Hustle. The man. Calvin Tankman. Never competed in the Smitty, which is surprising since we've had 2 iterations of it.
That is.
But for Calvin, he is a guy that I've known pretty much since I've started. I think I started maybe 6 months before he did. I think October is his 10-year mark. Maybe don't hold me to it. But a guy that has gone out, done it across the nation, across the world, truly doesn't get the respect that he deserves. I know he's doing great things, but he belongs on such bigger stages. One, not only the competitor, but the human that he is and what he can do in that ring. And then you put all 4 of these guys in the match. So let one win. That's the best part of it.
Yeah. Because there can be only one at the end of the day, but like picking this one for me is kind of I think one of the harder ones to pick, honestly. But like you said, I think this is another one that could easily steal the show. But man, this tournament is loaded. But as loaded as it is, man, we got to talk about some of the non-tournament matches too, because I think this is like the cherry on top of this beautiful ice cream sundae you've assembled for this show. And I mean, it kicks off on the pre-show, Hillbilly Jed against Dylan Cole. Of course, Hillbilly Jed got robbed last year, if y'all remember, of the Smitty, and going up against Dylan Cole. And there's a little bit of a past here between these two.
Absolutely. Dylan Cole with Ben Sheeran brand has been a headache and a thorn in the side of not only me, but of Hillbilly Jed. To see them have the conflicts that they've had. Dylan Cole eliminated Hillbilly Jed in the qualifier to go on to the Smitty. So Jed has a bone to pick with Dylan Cole, and we wanted to give him the platform. And what you forgot to mention is that not only this match, but the pre-party.
That's right.
For the Smitty is presented by Cole TV.
Yes.
So
indeed.
absolutely, this match is going to be a lot of fun. This match is going to be very interesting. Dylan Cole, he's from Shelbyville. He's been a part of MWT since the inception show. He's angry, has a point to prove, and he's going to get after it. Hillbilly Jed, 20 plus year veteran, 25 plus year veteran, one of the OGs of Indiana, one of the mentors, the legends. And to see these two go off to kick off the show in the pre-party alone is going to be interesting. I feel like Hillbilly Jed is going to have a point to prove here, and I think he's going to make an example out of Dylan Cole. But with Ben Sheeran brand, you never know what's up their sleeve. So Hillbilly Jed better have an eye out.
Yeah, I agree. And man, we're gonna have the Owens Valley Sports Complex is gonna be rocking. You want to get there early so you can see this matchup, and we're gonna have things rocking and rolling there. It's gonna be an amazing pre-show. But also on the card, on the Schmitty, we've got to talk about this one, a bikini bottom street fight, because the Schmitty wouldn't be complete without a bikini bottom street fight. And here we got
never be complete without it.
No. And here we got Original Sins against War Pigs. This one's going to be crazy. If it's anything like last year, like it's going to be like my question, how do you top last year's? Because that bikini bottom street fight from last year, like you literally had moments in that went viral, my friend, with SpongeBob and Patrick making a special appearance.
Absolutely. And with this match specifically, it's two tag teams in Indiana that truly believe that they're the best tag team in Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
The Original Sins have won tag team championships all across the state. The War Pigs, representing Hybrid Championship Wrestling, the current Hybrid Championship Wrestling tag team champions. They feel like they've taken on all comers on their turf, and now it's time to expand out. So we said, hey, how about you come down to Bikini Bottom, Krusty Ave, and Goo Lagoon Lane, and figure it out. And we're gonna let them figure it out. I'm sure there's gonna be a whole bunch of buffoonery and trickery, but I'm excited to see how this one plays out and see who is the best tag team in Indiana.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna find out this Saturday. Remember, folks, if you're there live for this one, if they come near you, just grab your belongings and get out of their way.
Grab your barnacles and move.
That's right, because this is going to be a crazy one to say the least. But man, this next one, I think I may be the most excited for. The NWT Championship chains on the line. Ron Bass Jr. against Ace Perry. I said it earlier. I think these are two of the best guys going in the Midwest today. Dude, this is going to be a hell of a matchup for the NWT Championship. So I'm so excited for this.
Absolutely, and I think it's such a contrast of styles too. You got Ron Bass Jr., one of the biggest heavyweights in the state of Indiana, moves like a lightweight, hits like a middleweight, just like you like it, And I think you pair that against one of the veterans of the new style of indie wrestling, one of the trendsetters. There was a guy that I looked up to when I first started wrestling and tried to model my wrestling style after, because he was doing stuff that I couldn't do. And to see not only the growth of Ace Perry over the last year, coming off a Japan tour, And now coming back to Indiana to challenge Ron Bass Jr., the current Midwest Territory Championship chain holder. I think that's exciting. And honestly, this is weird for me to say, and Ron Bass Jr. is going to probably uh, take this not too lightly, but I think this is the first time Ron Bass Jr. has defended the chain where I think he has a real shot at losing. Like,
Yes.
like
Agree.
I think with this match specifically, Ron is going to really have to dig deep. Because Ace Perry, he is one of the most unique wrestlers. He just goes like the Energizer Buddy. He doesn't have a gas tank. He just knows how to go. And with Ron Bass Jr., it's going to be about can he slow him down? Can he beat him up? And then can he match the pace sometimes? And this alone, as the premier match, this match is going to go on right before the finals. Uh, it's going to blow the roof off of the Owen Valley Sports Complex one way or another. And honestly, it's a 50-50 coin flip, but I'm kind of leaning to Ace on it, you know?
I'm right there with you. Like, this is one of the tougher ones to pick too. And like the thing is, like you said, Ace Perry just keeps coming at you, man. And like he is having a heck of a year so far. Like hey, I love watching Ron, man, but I'm like you. I think if anybody's gonna do it, it's Ace Perry. I think come this Saturday, we're gonna have a new MWT champion, and I think it's gonna be Ace Perry. But we will find out and see what happens.
It's if Ron can pick it up or not, you know. And I believe Ron could. I believe Ron has it in him to pick up the courage and pick up the strength and pick up the ability to adapt. It's just can he plug it in all in one night?
Yeah, it's going to be a tremendous challenge for him. Well, my friend, I got to put you on the spot here. We're talking to Smitty. Do you have a prediction who you think number one could potentially be this Saturday?
Do I have a prediction who could be number one?
Like, you're going to the casino, you're betting the farm.
Betting the farm?
Betting the farm, my friend. Who you putting your chips on?
You're done paying the penny slots. You know you've won big, and you're betting the farm.
I would probably put Lord Crew.
Ah, that's a good one.
Lord Crew, the ability to adapt. I think against all competitors, he has the most ability to adapt to the quicker guys and to the bigger guys. It's just getting out of that fatal four-way, you know. That's the tricky part because you don't have to be involved with the how the match ends. You have to make sure you're involved with how it ends, though, if you want to win.
Yeah, I think if you think about it, there's got to be a lot of stress taken off you once you get past that first round because it's just like, okay, I survived now I can control my destiny in one-on-one action.
Exactly. But I don't know if it gets easier because now it's one-on-one and now it's more physical. You can't hide away. You can't shy away. You got to be there and you got to get after it. And there are disqualifications. There are countouts. You cannot win by nefarious means. You have to go out there and get it.
Because remember, at the end of the day, if you want to be number one, you don't got to wrestle not once, not twice, but 3 times in one night in order to win this thing. So, that's a good pick, though. I could see Lord Crew, and I mean, good for him too, because the Bengals are probably going to suck this year anyway. So, sorry,
Trey Hendrickson is a Colt. So. Heard it here first.
Let me ask you this: like, out of the competitors in the field, like, who is one you think it's like a dark horse, or who do you think like could go far, or is going to really surprise a lot of people?
Honestly, they're in the same match, so it's kind of a toss-up. Jackie Thad or Dylan Derringer. I think there's just a grit and a hunger in both those guys to want to go out there and prove something. I think that if one of them can get past the first round, that they could make a break for it. It's like getting past the defensive line. Once you get to the secondary, it's about breaking ankles and making a run for it. And I think both of those guys have a real chance of doing that.
All right. Well, before we close up here, I do want to ask you, how you doing, buddy? Like, how's the injury coming along? I know you've been doing the rehab and stuff. How is the Raddy Daddy feeling?
I'm doing good, man. I am trying to take it day by day. I realized that it's almost been 5 months since actually it has been 5 months since yesterday since my last match, and that's just kind of wild. It's sometimes it feels like it hasn't set in, and then the other times it's set in too much. Uh, but I'm staying positive. I've gained a lot of perspective with this injury. I've gained a lot of appreciation for this with this injury, and at the end of the day, like I had a month in between diagnosis and getting my surgery to really think about things. And at the end of the day, the only way for me to move forward was to move forward. I couldn't sit there and contemplate on the injury too much. Like as soon as you know, my surgery got delayed, like I did a lot of, pre-surgery PT. I was in PT the day after my surgery. I was in PT 2 days after my surgery. I've been at it, 3 days a week outside, just with my a PT therapist, not including my own workouts. And we're not even halfway there yet. That's the really sucky part. But at the same point, I'm given a gift of being able to rest, recover, come back a more mature man, and come back for absolutely everything that I wanted. I'm so excited to be back in front of fans again. I'm so excited to be rocking and rolling in front of my people again. And honestly, like, uh, I'm just like really thankful for all the people that have shown me love and continue to show me love, or sent out messages or checked in on me. Like, it makes me feel really, really loved and cared for, and that's really, really cool because it's easy to feel forgotten about. Shows move on. The next day happens, and it's easy to get lost in, you know, March 16th of this year if I wanted to. But the only thing I can do is move forward and work to get better, and I've been doing that, and I enjoy it.
Well, I can tell you, you look great, buddy. We're so look at them guns, man.
Oh no! Hey, no, not whoa. Okay.
Well, nonetheless, we're so excited about this Saturday, the Schmitty, and I mean, if y'all haven't already been convinced yet, like what can we truly expect for this Saturday at the Owens Valley Sports Complex?
So I'm gonna try to keep this short and sweet. So what's important to me about the Owens Valley Sports Complex is it's where my dad took me to my first wrestling show when I was 5 years old. When I was five, I went to that show, and it was like the first time I ever was like, I remember being extremely comfortable in an environment and being able to lose myself, like going to your favorite movie. But mine was a live action wrestling show, and from there, it absolutely hooked me, and I fell in love with it. And ever since then, me running these shows in Spencer is to hopefully try to recreate that for the younger Cole Radrick, or the younger Billy Starks, or the younger Caitlin Marie, or the younger Dylan Derringer, or the younger Parker Dave, or Dalton Davis, or all these different, like I want to be able to give back to not only the Owen Valley Sports Complex, but to Owen County, which is the community that I grew up in. And for me, the best way for me to do that is to bring on these shows and to bring entertainment to those kids that are the age I was when I went to my first show, and to hopefully be able to provide them with, provide the adults with 2.5 hours of awesome entertainment. And the best thing about the shows at the Owen Valley Sports Complex is you can never predict what's going to happen at the shows at the Owen Valley Sports Complex.
Well, there you have it. Well, we are so looking forward to the Schmitty this Saturday. And Cole, real quick, tell us where can they get tickets at?
They can get tickets at midwestterritory.com. midwestterritory.com. I feel like I butchered that horribly.
No, Well, I think people. Hey, if you just look up NWT, and even if you're following us too, we can get you the information too. But or just show up. Just show up because there's going to be so many people there. It's going to be an amazing time. We're so excited to be a part of the Smitty this year again. And thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to join us. And we can't wait for this Saturday, my friend.
Hey, man, I absolutely appreciate you guys having me on, and I hope you guys have a good night.
Absolutely. And folks, that's going to wrap it up for our Smitty preview show. Make sure you make it out to the Owen Valley Sports Complex this Saturday night. And if for some reason you can't, we'll have a vlog for it here for you in a couple weeks on Cole TV. Thank you so much, Cole.
Thank you, guys.
Mr. B-Roll, I'm Xlj the OG, and we will see you at the Smitty.
Introducing the participants of the third non-annual Smitty Memorial Tournament. Bobby Flacco, Lord Crew, Jackie Fad, Adam Priest, Dalton Davis, John Murray, Azrael Rowe, Cavron Canyon, Jeremy Hadley, Calvin Tankman, Dylan Derringer, Apollo Starr, Daniel Starling, Noah Fair, Bradley Prescott IV, and Jake Bravado. Only one can be number one. It's the third non-annual Smitty Memorial Tournament, live Saturday, August the 23rd, from the Owen Valley Sports Complex in Spencer, Indiana.